Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and we're working in the Moon Goddess Journal today. Hopefully we won't be working in this for much longer. I think we're not far from the end now. I have done a little bit of work on it while I've been setting up my craft room again. I've had a little bit of time to do some crafting on my own. So I thought, well, I will just do a few little bits here, things that would take a long while on camera, like decorate a little bit of decorating with some of my Nouveau pastes, because they have to have drying time and things like that. So I'll show you as we go along. So I'll have a quick look through. I want to start putting things in the pockets today. That's the plan. So so one of the things I've done on this first page, and I think I haven't really done a lot on the other side, I've just done some on this side. I put some of the turquoise kind of quite thick paste, what's this one called? Glimmer paste. Because it's quite sparkly, just along the edge of this pocket, because I just wanted to define it a little bit, and also it gives it a little bit of, makes it a bit stiffer. And I put a little bit of the gold glacier paste, you probably can't see unless it catches the light, just along the edge of this pocket. So that's that. And I also added this image here, which I'd torn out of one of those like journal card things that I had for another project, and then didn't use it, so I thought, well, I'll put it in here, and I rather like it on there. Oh, and I found another pocket that we hadn't used. That was this one that we made, this way round, that we made on one of my Friday videos when I was working in my idea box. So this is the one that flips up, and should flip up again. Does it flip up again? It's got a couple of, oh, I think it's got a bit stuck. We got a bit stuck. Yes, I think we have. Oh dear, hadn't realised that. Let's find a nice, something thin. I might have to do some work on this back piece. Depends how badly stuck it is, I don't know. Oh, not too bad. Yes, so that goes like that. So just got to pop that in here, I think. Only just fits. Just going to put it up a bit from the bottom. So, and then I'm going to glue it on three sides so that we can pop something behind it as well. So I'm going to do that first before we go any further. Then we've got all our pockets in. Because I did go through and check whether there was, which side had the most pockets in. And I had just one more pocket in on the other side. On the side, well, I suppose you call it on the back. So, just put my thumb where we don't want glue. And let's just glue this down. That's if the glue is going to come out to play. It never will the first time of asking. Never, never, never. I always have to do a bit of this. I hope everybody's well. I think I mentioned in my last video that my husband has not been very well. He had a cold and then it's turned into something a little bit nastier. But whether that's because he ran a half marathon before he'd fully recovered, I don't know. He says he's feeling a bit better today. So I hope that's the case, because he's inclined to keep on doing things as normal rather than letting himself recover. I do moan at him a lot about that. He's not good at being ill. He really isn't. He's not good at letting himself recover. He just thinks he can carry on as normal, like he did possibly 10 years ago, you know, when he was just a bit younger. Maybe his immune system would bounce back a little bit quicker. He highly resents the fact that now he's getting older he can't bounce back as quickly as he thinks he should. Yeah, he's having to learn the hard way. Sometimes you just have to let yourself recover, otherwise just things keep getting worse. Right, I really want to put something along this edge, I think, because it looks a bit bit scraggy and torn, and I'm just a bit, I feel it's quite vulnerable along there, so maybe I'll find maybe a bit of trim would be quite nice there. Might come back to that, but in the meantime I really need to get these glued down. Right, so just put a bit more glue under this side. I think it just needs a little extra help, but I think it's okay now. Right, so that's that one. And anything here? Yeah, but I've done a couple of little things. I put a bit more of the gold glacier paste on here. It's really hard to see unless it catches the light. I don't know if you can see that. Even when I'm painting it on, I had to keep putting the light on. But when it does, it's really lovely. It just kind of shines. It's quite pretty when it just needs to catch the light to get the benefit. And I added a little lantern here because that was looking a bit plain. I put a bit more of the gold on this lantern just to make it a bit more interesting. I mean, I think there's more things I want to add. I've got my snippet roll and things that I might add. I was thinking I might add something to this, but I'm not sure it needs it. I really love that. I mean, it really, you can see the gold here. I don't know that adding anything will really make a lot of difference. And then that's at the back. I don't think I did anything on the other side. I don't think I got that far. So whether I will or not, I don't know. I might put something on here at some point, but I might do those sort of things off camera just because they take a while to dry. And yeah, I think what I want to do is start putting things in the pockets. That's what I really want to do today. And maybe a bit of odd decorating as we go along if something looks like it needs it. Some little pockets might just need a little something. So we'll see. And I've got my tags and got journal cards here. I've got my spare Moroccan lanterns because I do like popping them on here and there. So I might do that. So let's just go through. So I've got this big pocket here. So what can I put in? Would that go in there? This is a Roxy's Weekly Challenge journal card. I don't know if that's what I want in there. It's sort of bending up this fabric a bit. I might want that in more of a side tuck so it's not messing that about. I want a fair size journal card. This might be good. Yeah, it goes in there all right. I think I want a tab on it though. What can I use for a tab? I might see if there's anything in this little box of goodies with little decorative pieces from the kit. If there's any small pieces that I could use as a tab. Something like that, but not that. Well, I might use a piece of fabric, I'm not sure if there's anything. It's quite... Those are the same size. Could I put that on? This one on the back. Let's see. Maybe that would work. So this one, I think I did this on camera. Is this upside down? Yes, I think it is. Good thing I noticed that. Should have looked at the writing. Yes, so I did this on camera, didn't I? With the turquoise paste, the glimmer paste. Isn't it gorgeous? So I was wondering maybe something like that with the black one on the back. Could do that, couldn't I? Yes, you could, Karen. Just feel like it needs a little something at the top. So this is what we're going to be doing today, just trying to fill the journal, decorating here and there as we go, adding things. Yeah, see how far we get. Where are we? We don't need a little... just need a bit of something to glue on, a bit of glue page. We had a little outing this morning. Went to the dentist. But because we still go to our old dentist from where we used to live, it's just short of an hour's drive each way. So it's a bit of a trek just for the dentist, because we're in there 10 minutes, but it's worth it to keep on top of things, really. You know, you have to look after your teeth, especially as you're getting older, I think. And because it's still an NHS dentist, most of the dentists these days don't take on new NHS patients, so there would be nowhere around here that we could join once we'd moved. So we just stayed where we were. We only go every 6 months, and then in between we go to the hygienist every 6 months. So in effect, we're going every 3 months. Let's put that down a bit. But because we go at the same, we both have appointments one after the other. We always coordinate our appointments. It's worth going down there for the two of us, and then a little shopping trip while we're down there, because we used to live near quite a big retail park where there was a really big Tesco's supermarket and a lovely big Marks and Spencer's next door, so may have popped into both of those and done a bit of shopping. Nothing major, but it's quite kind of a bit of a nostalgic trip, except you walk in and you don't recognise the place because it's changed so much in the time since we moved. Right, so that's that. It's tempting to put a bit of something here, but I'm not going to do that right now. Just going to pop that there. Okay, so we've got our side tuck here, so this is what I was thinking, something like this would be quite good. Let's hope it's not too wide to pop in there. Oh, that works really well because you've got the green in this lantern which picks up the green behind, so I like that one there. We have this pocket here, so a big journal card, maybe a big journal card. Needs flattening a bit. It is backs and everything, but it's a bit curved, but I think it'll flatten in the journal. And then something else in there as well, but this a little booklet made from the cards from the Roxy's Weekly Challenge. I could possibly put that in there. Yeah, I think that would work. Okie doke. And we have this little pocket here. It's almost invisible. I'm just not invisible, but it's so small you kind of easy to miss it. So I'm wondering whether to put something on it to kind of bling it up a bit. Cue my little bit of snippet about that bit there. Let's try it. It's quite hard to cut because it's so thick. Oh well, got it. So I could pop that there. Then you're not going to miss it, are you? Just trim that off a little bit. That way, like that. Yes. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm still coughing a little bit, but nothing much. It's certainly not keeping me awake at night anymore. So you always feel better when you get a decent night's sleep, don't you? Oh, this has got a bit gunked up. Should be right. I'm going to need to top this up again. There we go. It's coming. Okay. All right. That goes goes like that. Let's see if we can find a nice little tag to go in it. This one, that would go, wouldn't it? We'll just make sure this is dry. And I might pop that in there. That's a nice size to go in there, isn't it? There we go, like that. And something a bit bigger to go in here. Are we properly dry? I think we are. Not sure if this might need a little bit more. Just on that side. Just under here, under this corner. Yeah, a little bit there. Ooh, it's all squidging out. Where's my bit of kitchen towel gone? There it is. So this weekend I should get almost the rest of the boxes unpacked, and I have now been able to order the last little bookcase that I can squeeze into my room. It's always the plan to have two new bookcases, narrow ones, just to fit into the kind of last little spaces, so I can make the absolute maximum use of the space that I have. But I couldn't order the second one because it kept going out of stock. But when we were sitting having a coffee after we'd been and done our bit of shopping, sat for a coffee, Richard couldn't drive home before he'd had a coffee. I thought, well, I'm going to have another look. I had checked this morning to see if it was in stock, and it wasn't. I thought, oh, I've got to have another look. I just keep looking to see if it's come back, and it was there. So I grabbed it. It's probably out of stock again now, but it's coming on Monday, so I'm really pleased. I'll finally be able to finish this room off, and I'll be able to just get on with enjoying it. Though I have quite enjoyed the reorganising. I do quite like doing that, putting things, thinking, well, it didn't work terribly well where it was before, so hopefully I found somewhere that it will work a little better now. I am trying to see what I might use along this bottom edge here. I don't know if I've got something in my box of yummy fabrics that I could just grab a piece. Something like that, maybe. Because most of these are quite dimensional, so that doesn't really work terribly well. If it's quite flat, see, this is going to fray to pieces, so it's not going to really, it'll get in the way. I might see if I've got any, let's have a look at my trims. I've got some trims that might work. I've got a couple here that I've just popped on the top of my box. I thought, well, if I need anything like that, I'll see if they might be what I want. Right, so that one might be quite nice there. Don't know if I'll even try this one. This one's quite thick, though it's quite a good colour. But I think it's too thick for this spot. This one's a bit thinner. And the colour's quite nice with that background. Yeah. Straighten it up. Yes, it was quite funny during the week. We had, as usual, we picked Alyssa up on Tuesday after school, and we got home, and well, the first thing she always does when she gets home is ask Grandad if she can have one of his special biscuits, which are chocolate digestives basically, but she loves them. So she goes and grabs one of those, and then she started marching up the stairs, and I said, "What are you off to? What are you going to do?" She said, "I'm going up to look at your new carpet, Nana." All right, she's gone up to have a poke around, see what she can find. So yeah, we came upstairs, and she was having a good look round, seeing where things were, because things looked a bit different. And then she had a look in the set of drawers that I have behind me. It's one of those IKEA Alex drawer units. I've got two. I've got the smaller one that's wider on casters, where I keep a lot of stuff, and she always has a poke around in there. Then I've got the tall one that's narrow, and it's got about 9 drawers in it. And I used to keep, in the top 3 drawers, paints, glitter, blingy stuff. They were her 3 favourite drawers. She used to climb on my chair and climb up and have a poke around, see what she fancied doing, whether she wanted paints, if I let her. Don't always let her have paints if I'm not feeling up to the mess. Or, she might go for some blingy bits or something like that. Anyway, she did that. She had a look. She was opening all the drawers, and I've changed it. I haven't put them back in there this time. They're in a different place. And I filled those drawers with paper, different coloured papers and things. And she said, "Nana, what have you done?" And really the only reason was that I used to find, because the drawers go back quite a long way, things used to disappear at the back and I couldn't get them out. Couldn't get at them. And I thought, I need a new way of storing these things, and I have now done that, but I hadn't actually unpacked most of it when she came, so she couldn't actually see where it was. Right, I like that there. I really do. Good. Yeah, so anyway, I had unpacked. I put into a smaller box all the sequins and little bits of bling and stuff that I keep together, which was in one of the drawers. And I said, "Well, I got this," and I showed her, and she sat and quite happily reorganised it for me. It was a lovely time. So I thought, well, that kept her happy. Okay, so now I've got this little tuck here. What can I put? One of my little... I need a little journal card. I'm wondering if I need one of the journal cards from the kit, which I haven't backed many of them, because I wasn't sure if I'd use them as a journal card or as a decoration on a bigger journal card. But I can quickly back. I've got this. This is a photograph that's a bit wide. I've got this photograph, which I could make into a journal card. I think that'd be a bit wide as well. What have I got? Let's see if I've got a smallish one that I could just finish off and pop in. There's this one. That might do quite well. That will be quite good in there. Yeah. That would work. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, having said that, I do have this, which is a picture of one of the tower of the big mosque in Marrakesh. Kind of like that for something different. Maybe I'll make them both into journal cards and we'll see which one we like best. So I think this is quite thin. They're both quite thin. I'm thinking I might first of all back them onto some book page, and then I'll back them onto some straw paper or something, because I just don't think they're thick enough as they are. So this one. They're not finished, it's just a first layer, but I thought I'd see, now they've been cut out, which one I might have that one. I could put them both. So I'm going to back both of them, and I might put them both in. I think I've got enough of the green straw paper to do that. That fit on here? Yes, it will. I might find something different for this one. Back this one onto here. Right, so they're still a bit wet, so they're feeling a bit floppy still, but once they're dry they'll be nice and stiff. I'm just wondering whether to do something with those corners, because I don't like corners. So I might round the corners on this one if it will let me. Do the little corner rounder. Did that work? Yes. Re-ink, of course. Using walnut stain on this journal, so that's what I'm sticking with. And then I think on the other one, I might use my new one. Managed to get one of those ones that does the tag corners. I might do the little tag corner. Let's try it. It's a bit too wet. I think I'm always better to do it from the top rather than upside down. That's better. Yes, it's just kind of flattening off that corner, giving that little clip. Do that one, yeah. So yeah, it took me a while to be able to find that one. Got it in the end. So use that. It just takes those sharp bits off the corners, stops them catching on as they go in and out of pockets. Now I'm just wondering about a little bit of fabric as it goes in and out the pocket, just little tabs. So I've got some bits of fabric that I pulled out that I haven't really used. Don't know if it will. So I've got this lovely fabric, which actually I think works really well in this pattern-wise. It's a bit like mosaic tiles. So I thought I might use that on one of them. Just need to find a spot that I can tear. It's not going to work with those scissors. Doesn't need much. I'm just going to put it on here. Which one was it on here? I think. Have I got it the right way up? It's got writing on it, but it's quite hard to tell which way it's meant to go. No, I'm pretty sure it's that way up. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the front here. And just leave a little tab because there's not a lot of room. Doesn't need to stick out very much, just something to show it needs to be pulled out. Okay, that one go in there. Might just have it sticking out for a bit while that glue's drying. And then for the other piece, I think I want to use some lace. It's quite nice because now I've got my trolley that's sort of tucked away behind me, but it's easy to pull out so I can just quickly get at the lace or whatever else is in there without having to pull it over from further away where it was before. Little things, they make me happy. Just be able to get at things easily. I'm just going to put that on there. I don't think it matters which way round this is, and this is curling that way, so I'm thinking it should go that way. Oh, wanting to leak. I don't want it to leak, it's not enough in there to leak. Put that bit of glue on there. Which I don't think I've done enough, it's not wide enough. A bit more glue there. Come on, glue. Bit more there, bit more there. Okay. That's it. So that's got a little tab. Spent some time, I had loads of odd bits of lace that I've been buying and had never put onto one of my cards. So it's one of those a lot of those little jobs, things that just hadn't been properly kind of put where they needed to be, and I had bits of lace piling up in my box all over the place. It was making a mess. So now I've got it all organised. All part of the process of getting this room ready for use again. Oh, right. Box of lace is absolutely rammed now. I must not buy more lace. I must not buy more lace. Got no room for it. Right. So that's going to go. Hang on. What's going on here? All right. So if that goes in, can that go in a little bit further? Yep. That can go in like that. There we are. So that's that. It's filling up. So I've got a pocket here and a pocket in the side here, and we've got a tuck spot behind here. So, right, so we've got some small things. this pocket, I've got this journal card here. Again, it's got this writing in the background and I can't quite see. Yeah, it is that way around. It's just I don't like it curling. Okay, so that's there. And we've got lots of little ones that can be just popped in the front if I need to. And I need a good size card to go inside. So I've got this one. Will that go in? Oh, it's got the matching lace as well, that's handy. It's going to have to go in that way though. Will it go? Yes, it will. Oh, it's a little tight. In that case, I might pop it behind. That's better. Although I wish I'd got the lace on the other side now, but is that upside down? No, it is the right way up. Okay, so that's like that. So I've still got a little something I want to put in the side here, but it needs to be wide enough, but not too fat. About this, will that go in? So my theory is I'll get as much of this stuff in as I can, and then I'll make what I need to fill the rest. Is that going to go in? Oh, it is. How far in is it going to go? Is it going to go far in enough? No, it's a bit too long. Oh, can't get it out now. It's got a bit tight. That's it. Okay, so that's too big, too long. These are too long. I'm just wondering, just bear with me for one moment. I've got my, some falling out. Got my journal card, a pack of cards that I bought that my son-in-law gave me. Maybe that one of those will go in unadorned. So I've used them a lot to decorate. Have they all fallen out now? They might have done. Yes, they fell out. So I've got a few of these in single ones where we've cut them in half. Oh, they're quite long now, aren't they? Right, okay, so the next possibility is one of the kit cards might be what I need. And I'm thinking it's either this, which was a photograph, or this one. Got these two. These might be perfect. Just one of these, I think. Yeah, I think that will be fine. This is one of my photographs. That's one of the two. That was what they call the Sardi tombs. I'll make that into a journal card, I think. This one's not as wide, so I think that's probably not quite what I want. Okay, let's do that. I was hoping not to have to make too many new things right on the spot. I've also got these stickers that came with those cards. Look at these, aren't they lovely? I want to try and use some of these if I can. Mustn't forget about those. I want to use everything. Again, this is just on copy paper. I mean, I could have printed it on better paper really, but I didn't know if I was going to use them, so I'll just have to use them as they are. Again, I'm going to stick it onto some book page and then back it. So, same process as before, so I probably will just cut this process out of the video. Right, so I've done that. I've just got that all backed onto a piece of file folder, so it's nice and sturdy. So what I'd like to just do is just do a couple of other little bits on here. So one thing I'd like to do is put a bit of a tab on. It's going to go into this pocket here, the pocket as part of the pocket within a pocket here. But I like a tab on things. I do like a tab. So even though it probably doesn't need it, I had a look through my little bits of fabric and I found this piece, and it's quite thick. It's too big on its own. But what I wondered is if I cut this in half, as best I can. Yes, not too bad, she says. There we go. I've got one piece on here, maybe like that. So it'd be coming out there. And then I could, where's the other one? Could put the other one on here. So it kind of goes with it. Because that was kind of lacking a tab as well. Although I could put it on the side. Would that look odd having those two next to each other? I think I'd like to get rid of those bits of fabric sticking out the sides. That look. What's that doing on there? Don't know. I think I'm going to try this piece anyway because I think that would look kind of good on there. Just gives it a little bit of something. It kind of goes with the arches and things. They do to me anyway. I'm going to put that on there. And then we'll see whether the other one... Right, let's have a look, see how that looks. Let's put the journal out the way a bit. So in the middle there. And I did wonder, now I've put that there, because I did toy with the idea of putting in that way so that it would stay the correct orientation when it comes out of the pocket, and it would just fit that way, but it was tight. And I thought, no, it's probably not worth trying to do that because it would go in, but it was a bit of a struggle, particularly to get it back out again. So I thought, well, actually, it does go in more readily this way. But what I wanted to do was put one of these stickers of the beautiful moon goddess somewhere on here. Kind of like her. I thought maybe, I don't know if that would go. I can put that in the corner, which would have been fine if the tab had been on the side, but because it's in the middle there, I don't know if it will go. Or maybe I could put it on the other side. Maybe I'll put that on the other side. Let's have a look. Yeah, why not? Let's put it on the other side. Then we're going to put that in there. I think that's as far in as it will go, but that's okay. And then, let's see. Where did that other piece go? Okay, it was here, and then it disappeared. These things happen all the time. Right, maybe it wasn't meant to be. I don't know. On the floor? Nope. Okay, I see it. It's up here. Right, so what I was thinking was either maybe to put that there. Maybe there would be good. Yeah, I think maybe I'll do that. I'll just trim off these bits again. Off the corners. And put that on that corner there. I think I will do that. Right. Okay, that goes on there. And I had this bit floating around because I kind of thought I might just put it there. Just bling up this pocket a bit. Just because I felt like it. That's what I'm going to do. I quite like that side, but it's got these little crystals on. So it's going to have to go that way. I know it's going to make it a bit bulky, but I think it's going to be a bulky journal anyway. So I really, most of the journaling stuff is removable because you're not going to be able to really write on any of these pages. And let's face it, my journals don't really get written in anyway. Most of the time, they just go on a shelf. That doesn't mean I can't make them properly. Okay, so that's that page. That's very thoroughly decorated and filled. Right, pop that in a bit more. So we've got this page, so we've got something tall to go in here, and of course I did make those tall journal cards specifically to go in here, in these pockets. So I have some options. How are we doing for time? Not sure I'll get to finish. No, I don't want to use this one, do I? Because it's the same as this. So that's a no. So I've got these 3. Let's see which one would look best, and then we'll decorate it up a bit. That one. That one I think is a definite possibility. That one, no, I think I like this one. Like that. Okay. So I think that's the last thing we're going to get to do, is just decorate this up a bit. Let's see what we can find to go on here. So I was looking at a box of ephemera pieces. So that's a vertical piece, so that would go, maybe not. Too wide. These are square pieces, they're no good. And these are both orientated the wrong way. Oriented, oh, I don't know. Right, so I've got that piece, that might work. Similar. Oh. No, I don't think so. That's not bad. Right, after going through all of those, I finally found the one I liked right at the bottom, of course. So I want to pop that down the middle. And I think I want to use some of this lace. It's goes really well with the background, and I'd like it on that side because that's the side that will show. So I'll put a bit of that, and then we'll have some book page. I was going to do just a little strip of book page, but I actually think I might like a piece all the way behind it. Do I just to show around the edges, because I've got book page showing around the edges of that. Maybe I'll just see. Okay. I think I'll bring my ruler in just because I don't trust myself to tear to tear straight, she says, and then doesn't tear straight anyway. Let's do it on a flat surface, that might work better. No. I think I've got my ruler upside down, that's right, it's slightly curved. I had it on the wrong side. I don't really mind that it's not straight at the edge, at the corner. Let's see. Which I quite like that it's not straight at the corner, because I kind of want that one to be similar. I'll be able to do it this time, will I? So then we'll have it only showing a little bit, but then I want the it to go behind the lace as well, so we'll try that there. Kind of roughly. And I like that. Yep. And a bit of lace. Does it want to go all the way up? Not quite. Just about there, I think. Right, let's just ink this and glue it on and see how it looks. I didn't really want it a regular size shape, so just as well really, huh? I do want to get rid of that little corner there. So, how's that? Okay, and then must be a bit of lace. There it is. Actually, that's going to go under there. That's going to go on there, and then I'm going to put one of the stickers in the middle. Yet to be determined. So let's do that. Excuse me. Lovely old bit of German script. Well, it's not the old German script. It's German, right? An old German book, oldish German book. As it was my German book, it's not that old, but old enough. And it's got nice. I like the small size of the script. Okay, it's going to go up the side there. And just have it poking over the edge a little bit. There we go. Put this guy in the middle. I use this because it's going on the lace. Right, and then let's have a look, see what, I don't know whether to go for a round sticker or one of these funny shaped ones. I think that might be a bit wide. Ooh, there's so many choices, they're all so pretty. Something that's going to show up. What about that one? It's quite nice. It's quite... Just trying to get them off. It's quite... Oh, it wasn't quite going to the edge. They've got a bit of a white edge. I wonder if I can kind of ink that a bit. Yes, I can a little bit. That's better. Okay, let's put that in the middle. Yeah, there we are. Right, let's put this in, and that's got to be it for today. I'd love to just keep going, but I just don't have time. I'm having so much fun. There we are, that goes in there nicely. Okay, so that's that one. So just take this out from behind, and then we can have a quick look at what we've put in so far. How far have we got? Well, we're about 3/4 of the way through the first side, so we're doing okay. So let's have a quick look. So we put this one in here. Put this one in here. Got a couple of things going on in here. Got a tag in here. We put this, oh, we haven't put anything in here, have we? We've got to put something behind here, but I wanted to wait until it had properly, the glue had dried. But I have put this bit of trim down here, which I really like. Just finishes that off. And then we've got our two journal cards in here. A bit of bling. This one is thoroughly stuffed, this pocket. And we've got this journal card in this side tuck. So next time we'll just carry on adding things and making things as we go until we've got it full. And then that'll be it. So maybe, hopefully only a couple more videos and we should be done with this. This is always a never lie flat. Don't know why I keep fiddling. So there we are. Yeah, a couple more I think and we should be done with this and we'll move on. So I'll see you soon. Bye for now.